Smile Company is a Figma from Metroid Dread, Samus Aran, of course the Dread suit version. You have there you have the actual figure, I believe, so that looks really cool. You've got Metroid, and back here you've got the different poses and the accessories and everything that Samus here comes with. The product number 583. And over here on the side, you've got Samus in that pose from the game. So that's really cool. This has a bit of a slipcover action going on, and you've got some really nice packaging here with the, I guess it's foil-like line here on the bottom. So that's really cool. You can then pull this out, and then at that point, you're actually getting how Figmas normally come in. They come in a box like this with the window, with the plastic window. You've got Samus there, you've got the actual figure there being shown. Again, more poses with the figure. And this is pretty much the exact same of what's on the slipcover. So that's really cool. They do show you some additional poses. Like here, they show you this pose with this little square piece, which I believe is magnetized. So that's really cool. And of course, more Samus. So definitely looking forward to this one. This thing looks really cool. So let's get going here with Figma Samus from Metroid Dread. I've had now a couple of days to play with this figure, and I love it. It's awesome. So you do get a couple of things with it, as you could see. You do get your instructions, so I would definitely suggest that you look over them. They do go over, how to take off the joint, how to attach it to the magnetic sort of base. So definitely look them over. I love that Figma, or for these figures, we still get a Ziploc bag to save all of our accessories. These are really needed in my book because I tend to throw my boxes out. And then, of course, you guys can see I've already started playing with it, putting it in poses, and this thing is pretty poseable. I love it. But you get two extra sets of hands. She comes with the fists here already attached. I kind of took them out and put in this hand here that's kind of like more extended, as you guys could see. And then she also comes with this smaller hand here, like she's grasping something. Again, it's really well done. It follows the same sort of color pattern as the rest of the suit, so you get two hands. You also do get one extra joint, just in case you break the ones that she comes with. That is something that they point out in the instructions, just to be very careful. You are supposed to kind of fold the joints first at a 90-degree angle and then pull out, rather than pulling out straight and back. So you do get one extra one in case you break the other ones. This is a cannon, the arm cannon, fusion cannon, whatever you want to call it, that she comes with. I kind of switched it out for the one you see there. That's the extended one. I'll show you that one in a second. But this one's got some nice highlights with yellow, and it's kind of like almost like an army green. I want to say like a camo green, at least to my eyes, with some brown and bronze. But it's really well done. And this kind of, again, it's pegged in place. You kind of just pull it out and put the other one back on, but it's really well done here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's room to attach any kind of like a fire effect or anything, just because it's very shallow. So that's a bit of a bummer, but I think this is really well done. The next accessory is here. This reminds me of a golf ball. It's a little smaller than the golf ball, I'd say, but this is obviously the morph ball. So it's Samus kind of rolled up into a little ball there, so she can traverse the small passageways. And again, following the same sort of pattern as a dread suit, you've got your, I guess, teal, I'm going to call it, with this green here with the black line work, the white, the salmon-like color here. But this is really cool, and there is a little hole here so it can go into the stand. So again, that is really cool. And you can also display this alongside it if you wanted to. You just gotta get it to stand there. But you can also put it on the stand, right? So again, that's really cool. The next accessory is this really awesome panel. This is of course from Dread. There's these panels that she can stick to, or she can stick to walls pretty much, so almost like Spider-Man. There's these panels that sort of move up and down that are in the game. In this case, the hand and foot are permanently attached in these in that one direction. So that is something that you're gonna have to take out, you know, the hand and the foot, to ensure that you can use this, and she can kind of look like she's sort of on the wall. And the cool thing is this is looks like very thick clear plastic, so I don't think this will break. But you've got a magnet, so if you have a refrigerator, magnetic board, whatever it may be, this will attach to it, and you can have Samus sort of hanging off whatever you may want there. So this is a really cool accessory, and again, really well done. You've got your gray here, or silver rather, and then you've got your blue, and again the foot and the hand kind of follow the same pattern as the suit. Of course, this being a Figma figure, you do get your base. This is bigger than the ones that I'm used to. This is more of a stop sign, so octagon type of thing, which, hey, I don't mind. And of course you got your clear plastic arm here with a peg to go into the hole there in the back of her suit. So again, that is really cool that they include this. I wish some folks like not Super 7, but Storm Collectibles would include bases with their figures like Figma does. As I mentioned, the other accessory that you do get is this awesome cannon. So this is more open to look like she is firing super missiles or whatever it may be, and you've got sort of this nice red color or salmon color that kind of matches the rest of her suit really well. Again, the color on this figure it's just done so awesome. It's really cool. And you know, you got these open up panels here. These do not move. Again, I will be very careful with trying to move these in and out. You will break them. So just something to be aware of. You could see more close up of the cannon there, and this is again articulated in such a way that, you know, you can move it just like you could the arms here. And you've got some additional detailing here, you know, this additional part here opening up to, I guess, maybe the exhaust or whatever you want to be after she shoots out. You've got some nice panels there showing the blue lighting. So again, this cannon, it's done really well. And then, as I said, you can deattach this if you don't want to use the base. I would highly recommend, you know, you can take that out, but I would highly recommend you use this base, because I think Samus here is pretty extremely poseable, as you guys can see. So looking over the suit here, I love this suit. You know, yes, the Prime suit is great. The one from Super Metroid is awesome. The Fusion suit was great, and then the different suits that they had in Metroid Prime 3 were awesome. This one in particular is just great. Love the colors that they've done here, just like the game. You've got the white with this blue teal, and then you've got this red with some nice green highlights. The helmet I love. Again, can't go wrong with that Samus helmet. And as you guys could see here, the shoulder pads, again, they're not plain or anything. You got this additional like sculpt work here. So this is, you know, not like line work or anything. It's actually sculpted into the shoulder pads. And you've got, you know, little circles there, the screws or whatever you want to call them. These are on a hinge, so they are adjustable to give you a bit more room when you are moving, you know, the shoulders up, etc. You guys can see they move up pretty well. If you continue on down here to the waist, this is great shape, awesomely sculpted. This is all like hard plastic up until you get here to the waist. This is softer plastic, again, probably to allow you to put it in more you know, dynamic poses when you're moving the legs. And continuing on the whole white and teal theme here onto the legs, awesome look. You've got black here on the knees, you've got the boots here. Continue on with the teal, and again, this is well done. The sections here of the feet, that's really cool. You can move this down, and then you can move this panel here. This is on a bit of a hinge here, so you can move this out if need be to give you, you know, more articulation that way. So again, that is really cool. And toe articulation, you've got your you can turn this fully around. You do have some Actually, no, you don't. I was gonna say you got some ankle, but I wouldn't go around messing with it too much. You can move this in and out, but I don't know that I would feel comfortable moving this left and right too much. You may end up breaking it. Knees, I guess this is a double jointed, right? Because this goes farther back. Can kick pretty high. Again, back just about that much before it starts looking weird. Definitely look down. So she's got the ab crunch down. Look up about that much. So again, that's really cool. There is again the upper torso here. You can turn this just about the same. You could probably turn this all the way around. You just be really careful not to damage or scratch anything. So again, the articulation is definitely there. And you guys again saw the arms. There is not only the shoulder joint here, but there is an extra joint here next by the chest that to help you move these in and out, so you guys could see it better in the back. So again, that is awesome to give you more articulation options. And the shoulder pads, as I showed you, they're on a bit of a hinge. You've got your elbows, which again are fully double jointed here, so that is really cool. And then you've got the hands that are on those figma joints. Just be really careful with messing with it, but again, she can do the whole you can't see me John Cena thing. And then we get onto the head. Again, the sculpt is awesome. You can make her look up probably about that much, look down not too much, but I love the way this helmet looks. But again, just be really careful with turning this way too much. I don't want to force mine. But there you go, that's a head. Head's really well done. And then moving on to the back, you continue with these details. I love these sections here in the back of the foot that do move. So again, that's really cool. You've got more white, teal, and then here you could see a bit of the knee action, how that goes in when you bend the knees in. So that's really cool. The white continues on. Then you've got here on the back, the waist, you got the sections of the suit by the spine, and that's where the hole for the peg kind of goes in, so it blends in really well. And then you've got I'm gonna call it her backpack here, with which again I think in my book is sculpted really well. You got some additional detailing here on the back. Looks like some exhaust port or lights on the back of her helmet, so that is really cool. But overall, you will be able to get Samus here into some awesome poses. You just got to play around with it, but the figure itself, it's top notch. I think in my book, again, another great figure. Now this is very expensive for the size that it is, but again, I'm a huge fan of Metroid, huge fan of Samus, so I think this is a really well done figure. Just showing you here how this goes attached to the magnetic base here, right? So you have to bend the leg in to get the leg in a good position here, so that this kind of goes right in. And then same thing with the arm, you have to kind of bend that a bit, but it fits in pretty well. Once it's there, it's pretty secure. And as I said, this is magnetized, so if you have any sort of metal surface, you can display this. You can post this a little better than I have here, but you can maybe have it like that. So again, that is a really cool option. I'll probably end up using this quite a bit. And just to show you guys what it looks like attached, I just put it up here on my refrigerator, so you guys could see it does in fact look really cool, kind of sitting there stuck to any kind of metal surface. So we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. Overall, extremely happy with this Figma version of Samus from Metroid Dread. The color's on point, the articulation's on point, the looks, the sculpts, I think is a top-notch figure in my book. And if you love that game, if you love Metroid, for me, in my opinion, this was a must-get for me specifically. You don't get a lot of accessories, but what you do get is substantial, right? Between the magnetic base, the morph ball, and the cannon attachment, I think what you do get there is pretty cool. But overall, this is an awesome figure, and I'm glad I have it in the collection. I do have the Emmy Figma coming. Hopefully that should be arriving a couple of days soon. But overall, again, as I said, I'm really happy with it. So before we wrap up here, I want to do some comparisons to some figures that I had laying around here. First was why not throw in Mega Man here. This is the what do they call it, Tamashii Nations Chogokin Mega Man Giga Armor or something to that effect. I've had this figure for a while. It's got diecast in it. Again, do I think this could work? I think Mega Man should be a little smaller than Samus, but again, doesn't look too bad. Whole different scale, but just want to show him off there. If we want to stay on the whole Mega Man train here, this is True Force Mega Man, way bigger than Samus. Again, this is True Force. This is supposed to be Mega Man X. You guys could see him there. He's a bit of a, you know, he's spread out there pose, but if you stand him up and down, he's way taller than Samus there. But again, just want to show what that looks like. The other figure I had laying around here was, here's a Figma from Virtua Fighter. This is from Virtua Fighter 1. This is an older figure, again, much smaller, but just want to show you guys there so you can see what that looks like. This is Akira Yuki from Virtua Fighter 1. And since we're in the Virtua Fighter kick, why not? Again, these scales don't work at all, but this is the Storm Collectibles Akira Yuki from Virtua Fighter 5, I believe. Just so you guys can see how those line up. Storm Collectibles and then the two Figmas there. So again, really cool. We'll move these two guys out of the way, and then had Lucina here from Fire Emblem Awakening. I forget the number of this one, but this is a Figma. I've had this one for a while. Again, she's standing on the base, but she is definitely much smaller than Samus there. Even with the base on, you could see that Samus kind of is much bigger than she is. And then since we're staying on the Fire Emblem tip here, we have this is Corrin, the female version of Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates. Again, this is another Figma that I've had for a while, and she too is much smaller than Samus. So again, and she's not standing on the base, but again, you could see it there. From a size perspective, she is much smaller. So we'll move the Fire Emblem reps out of the way, and then to wrap it up here, why not do some actual Metroid comparisons? So here's the Figma from Metroid Prime. I believe specifically they cite Metroid Prime 3. So you guys can see them together. I think they look really cool. The Prime version is slightly taller than the Dread version, as you guys can see there. But again, I think that works for me. And then lastly, I do have the other M Figma. Again, I know people are not too crazy about that game, but I thought this was a cool little figure for its time. And now I have my trio. And I hope they do come out with more versions of Samus and her different suits. But the three that we have here from Figma in my book work really well. The Dread version, definitely, if you can swing it, go out there and get it, because I think it's an awesome figure. So that's it for me, guys. If I missed anything, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, if you made it to the end, again, thank you so much for your very valuable time, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.